It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. This is episode 126. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo. And today we have here with us a very special co-host, Noelle Winters Herzog.
Hello, Tracey.
Hi, Noelle. How are you? We're here to talk about Happily Ever After, season 6, episode 9. But before we get into the meat and potatoes of the episode, I'd like to tell our listeners about some great opportunities for them to listen to more of us. The first thing I would like to talk about is our new podcast called Catfish Trash Talk, where guess what? We recap Catfish on MTV, the television show.
I love Catfish.
Same. That's why we do a podcast about it, silly.
Oh, man. Tracey's in a mood today, everybody.
I'm very tired. We also have another podcast. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It's called Teen Mom Trash Talk. And my favorite podcast that we do is BS. And that one could be found on Patreon at patreon.com/trash talk podcast, where you could find over 200 bonus episodes of everything you could think of, from 16 and pregnant trash talk to unexpected trash talk to our favorite free form freestyle podcast BS, where me and Noelle tell you our deepest, darkest secrets.
As much as we want to share with you guys.
We don't share that much. Let's get real. No, it's great. It's amazing. And there's probably nothing better for you to do with your time. So many fans have been reaching out and saying, I need more of Tracey and Noelle. And to be honest with you, it sounds like I'm lying about that, and I'm actually not.
It's funny. You aren't lying, because even, you're the queen. I'm the princess.
Right.
They trickle down to me sometimes too. I get these messages.
Yes.
Noelle, I just need more of you and Tracey. I can't live.
Patreon.com/trash talk podcast. We have so many good surprises in store and so many new developments that are going to be rolling out July 1st.
Ooh, you heard that, guys.
Heard that here first. We're going to jump into the episode. We're going to start off with Libby and Andre.
I wrote Lubby by mistake.
Well, I mean, you weren't wrong. She is very lubby. The RV has arrived, and Libby wants...
It's funny because I was going to say, I didn't know this was going to really happen, because it was like Chuck just tossed it out there and suddenly they're packing for it.
It was a pipe dream and now it is reality. This happened within 4 business days.
Yeah.
And she wants to borrow some socks. And this is a, constant couple struggle.
To borrow socks from each other?
Yes, it is. This is a real issue. And Andre says no.
Well, I mean, which I love, because Matt would hard no. He would hard no me. He
Really?
is very territorial about his socks.
Really?
Yeah, he would, like, if he finds that I'm wearing like one of his socks, he'll be like, take those off.
No.
Yeah, he does not like when I wear his socks.
Are your feet made of acid?
Yes. But no, he doesn't like them because he thinks like I'll steal them forever. And he's very territorial about his socks. Maybe twins steal from each other. I don't know.
Okay, Noelle. If you stole the socks, where are you going with them? Are you leaving him immediately after?
So when we do laundry, he separates everything. He can't wash any of our stuff together. He can't dry anything together, because like, what if they get mixed up? And I'm like, we're going to the same house, right? Like, we live in the same place.
I can't believe this.
He's mental.
This is going to be listed in the divorce proceedings.
Right. Won't mix underwear with underwear,
Yes.
He like, sometimes he'll wash it together, but he always has to, even when he separates things to fold, because I don't fold, he folds everything separately. He has to put in separate bags. Like, nothing can mix.
Is he the guy that folds in the laundromat?
Okay, he is the guy that folds in the laundromat, and I like stop it because I'm like, I want to go home. This is crazy. I'm sweating. And he will sit there and fold everything. So I have to stop him all the time.
I would also like you to list that separately in the divorce proceedings.
That he's the guy that folds in the laundromat. Yeah.
So during COVID, there is a sign in my laundry room, and it says, please do not fold in the laundry room, because you can only have 2 or 3 people in the laundry room at the same time.
Right.
And it's like, get out so someone else can come in.
Well, here, the laundromat also said you couldn't fold. Now they like lifted that, and because he's like, by the time everything gets home, it's wrinkled. I'm like, nope, I don't care.
Okay, but also stop.
It's also hot in there. Have you ever been in a laundromat? How hot is your laundry room?
Okay. I have to plan doing laundry around my showering schedule. I can't. So it would be nice because my laundry room is in the basement of my my castle.
Yes.
And I would love to drop off my laundry, like carry it downstairs, put it in the laundry, put it in the washer, and then go out and do some errands and then come back. But I can't because I have sweat so bad while I'm putting my clothes in the washer because it's, I would say, probably 112 degrees in my laundry room.
Oh, I can't even imagine how, because it's a smaller room too. It must be so hot.
It's in the
there.
basement right next to the furnace.
Yes.
In the winter, it is the bowels of hell. And in the summer, it's the bowels of hell with a barbecue.
Part deux.
Part deux. Exactly. So there's no sock sharing here. Andre is driving the RV. This makes me even more uneasy.
Right, because how many rigs has he really driven in his life?
Probably the one from the driving school.
I would be hiding in the back. There's no chance I would be like sitting in front. No way.
I mean, either way, you're going to die.
No, I know, but I can't watch myself die. I want it to be a surprise.
Well, Charlie's the only one who has any sense in this family. He's flying. And this is what Andre says about him.
Mm-hmm.
That effing drunk bum Charlie. And then he goes, I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm just saying, I love when he does that. He's like, your brother is the scum of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that he chokes to death. And
no offense.
No offense though, but I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just telling you the truth.
It's true, but his truth, it's usually a little abrasive, but I like it.
I like it. I like that he says like JK at the end.
Also, it was driving me crazy because I remember when we first started this and we met Andre and Libby, that she had a bunch of siblings. Yes. And it's like, I know that there's more than this. There's 7 of them because I looked it up yesterday and the other ones just chose not to be on the show.
Good idea.
Because they're just making it like it's just them and it's not.
Yeah.
The rest of them are boys.
Good idea, other ones.
Good idea, boys.
So the sisters have made a temporary truce so that they could continue on this trip.
Right.
Okay. Also, Ellie's getting really big. She's like a little girl now.
I know. She's cute. She's a cute kid. She's not too obnoxious.
No.
She likes figs too. I mean, come on.
Who doesn't love figs?
Right.
I like fresh figs better than dry, though. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'll eat either. I like a fig jam too. Delicious.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. So Andre makes his first sharp turn and every single thing falls out of the fridge. But I will tell you, he's right. It's supposed to be secured.
Yeah, I guess I never thought about it. Everything came out and I'm like, I would have pooped myself. I would have been so scared.
Well, I'll tell you, Libby was like, that almost flew at my head. He's like, yeah, well, wear a helmet. Let's.
He's so funny.
She's wearing this blush satin, either a dress or a top in the confessional. And I love it.
Okay. I really, really like that. I also think it's a good color on her.
Yeah.
The hair I have a problem with.
I always have a problem with her hair and makeup though.
Okay, same. But it's like her hair in the confessional is very, very strange.
It's very like crimped, but not.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. It's like that 3-prong crimper that now suddenly is all the rage and I think looks silly and it fries your hair.
It's very editorial.
Oh, okay. Look at you.
Thank you. I read Vogue. It's not a big deal. The sisters are scared that Andre is driving. I am also.
Me too. Same.
Also, your children are coming.
Yeah. And it's so funny because like I forget like how many kids there are too. And it's like, this sounds like hell being on this RV.
So Jen has a bunch of kids with her ex-husband, something that like we don't really even talk about or see. Jen used to be married to this radio DJ that apparently is like fairly popular.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And that's who her kids are with.
Oh, and she has like 3 kids, I think, something like that.
Maybe. Yeah. At least 2.
But her kids seem older, like a little bit older. Yeah.
She has a mix and match.
Okay. Oh, I had no idea she was married to a DJ. Interesting.
Also, they can't fit the luggage in the undercarriage.
Yeah, but I think Andre was trying to say it's because like that's where they have like the toilet paper, like all the stuff for down there. And so instead we should all keep our luggage up here, but the toilet paper down there, I don't understand.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. Also, this is a tour bus.
Is it? I don't know. I'm not
bus.
Seasoned in touring.
It's a tour bus. And it's like, yeah, the undercarriage is fairly large.
That's what I thought. But also they probably have so much stuff.
Yeah, but come on. Anyway. So
Also, I wonder how long that ride is.
well, it's I think like a lot of hours. It's Maryland to Florida.
Right. And so I feel like that's like 15
20
hours.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more. I would say 18.
Okay.
So now,
that's all. Oh my God. Andre has to drive the whole thing.
yeah. Jen is fighting about the space. And you know what? She's right. This is not big enough.
Right. Like, I wonder how many beds there are.
It doesn't matter. They can't even fit to sit down.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised that one of them, especially like Becky, wasn't like, I'm gonna fly. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, but then you can't be on the show.
Well, that's true too. Mm-hmm.
So Andre said that not everyone is going to make it the whole way.
So what's gonna happen to them?
He said different things, various
Okay,
outcomes.
that's good. One's gonna drink some arsenic.
One's going to be murdered on the side of the road.
Mhm.
Things are falling. There's trash in the sink, and they've only been on the road for 1 hour.
Yeah, this sounds terrible. Also, none of them are very good at road tripping. They're not like us.
No. And Jen and Becky are complaining that Andre gets to drive and he gets the nice seat.
Okay, but like, you would want to drive that?
You want to drive? You want to drive for 18 hours? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I don't understand. Okay.
Well, they're mad because Chuck and Andre are bonding.
Right.
And Becky's mad that they're talking about the business. She said they're shady.
Oh, shut
And
up.
then,
Mhm.
just like in the script, he misses a turn and they're on a deserted road and he wants to talk to Becky outside, AKA this is the first person that's not going to make it. And little known fact, there is a book being written right now. It's a murder mystery and it's also a little bit of true crime and it is based on this exact trip.
Oh, it's based on the Maryland murders.
Yes, exactly. The family reunion. I love how Chuck is like, this is heaven. You're driving me to see my folks and my family.
Yeah, it sounds not like
Chuck.
heaven. But also, did you see the coming attractions for next week where Chuck is hard trying to cry into the camera
No.
because Charlie and Andre fist fight?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, and Chuck is like struggling so bad to cry. It's very funny.
Okay, but honestly though, who
Yeah.
cares?
But that's what I mean. I would be like, you know what? Kill each other,
You know what?
sling it out,
Yes.
and then stop.
Fight to the death. And whoever wins will stay in the family.
Right. You know
business.
what? Like, let's do this in a cage. You like a good cage match.
I love a good cage match. My initial idea was for them to cover themselves in Elmer's glue.
Oh, okay.
And then you know those little crafting pom-poms?
Yeah,
right?
I know exactly what they
Okay.
are. Uh-huh.
I would fill the wrestling rink with these pom-poms. And then we would pick a color.
Mm-hmm.
They would be wrestling. And then at the end of the match, whoever has the most of that particular color on them wins.
Tracey, you're filled with very interesting ideas. I have to tell you, that's a good one. I would pay to watch that match.
I think it's less violent because it's more of a wrestly, silly.
It's like fluff.
Yes. And then also you're not really
Yeah.
going to hurt yourself that much because you're padded.
Oh, that's fun. I like this. I don't know if I particularly want to see Andre and Charlie do that. I would like to see a little more famous. That would be a fun, like famous fight, like Lennox Lewis fighting that way, like real boxers fighting that way.
I mean, I could probably
Can you make it
suggest
happen? Okay.
I could send something over to their people.
Send your business proposition.
I will. That's the new family business. Hey guys, have you ever heard of pom-pom fighting? Well, if you haven't, I think it's an amazing way to non-violently settle so many boxing matches. Pay-per-view, WWE,
The
family
sock fight in my house every week.
the sock fights between Noelle and Matt, family issues, stress, anxiety. Anyway. So they're on this RV for at least 18 hours, and there probably couldn't be a worse situation to have your period.
Ugh, that would suck.
But you know what would be great? If
What?
you had one of our Flex products. Flex is an innovating period care with products that are body safe, made for comfort, and made to keep you moving. So let me tell you, Noelle, we were talking about Flex before, and you were asking me what the different products were.
Yes.
All right. So there's the Flex disc.
Okay.
This is a one-time use menstrual disc that fits perfectly inside of your body. It could be worn for up to 12 hours, and it holds as much flow as 3 super tampons.
Interesting. Okay.
So it's not a cup. It's better than a tampon, and it's unlike any other period product you've seen before.
Okay.
Plus, you can wear it for mess-free period sex. Your white sheets will thank you.
Oh, okay.
And if you're concerned about the environment, Flex Disc also creates 60% less waste compared to pads and tampons. So yes, you can consider using Flex, your environmental good deed.
Awesome.
Okay, so if you want to go to zero waste and have the planet love you even more, pick up the Flex Cup. This is a reusable menstrual cup that Cosmo rated #1. I also read Cosmo.
Okay. Yes, you do.
The patented pull tab makes the Flex the only cup on the market that removes like a tampon. It's so easy and you already know how to use it. It's just like a tampon.
Wow. Okay.
It's disability friendly and it's made with beginners in mind. It's velvety soft, completely body safe, and it lasts for years.
Cool.
Noelle, you probably don't know how to use these products.
I don't know how to use them, but I know you would show me.
Well, I don't have to show you because there's very, very many helpful videos, in-depth diagrams, GIFs, and guess what? There's also Flexperts available to walk you through the entire process. You'll never go back to products from the past once you try Flex.
Awesome.
You can say goodbye to cramps, put sex back on the table, and lend Mother Nature a hand. Go to flexfits.com/fiance and use code fiance for 20% off Flex Disc starter kits or 10% off your first Flex cup plus free US shipping. That's code fiance at flex, FLEX fits.com/fiance.
Awesome.
Wow. Speaking of a pain, let's talk about Angela and Michael.
Oh man. Okay. Can I just say something off the bat here? If there was, again, I've said this before, if this was a man talking to a woman this way, this would be a big, big problem.
Yes, it is a big problem.
It's so abusive that it's upsetting for me to watch.
But here's the thing. I think it's abusive on both sides.
Okay. I can see that, but I'm not sure why you feel that way.
Because I feel like the silent treatment is also a form of abuse.
No, it is. But I think that I don't think he's doing it to punish her. I feel like he does not want to deal with her.
Then break up with her.
You can't break up with her. There is no breaking up with Angela.
All right. Well, she's out with her grandkids in the backyard.
Yeah, which looks fun.
We open up to her grandkids playing a not real ABC game.
Okay, yes.
It's like they were like, hey, do you know the ABCs? And they're like, the first 3 letters, just the first 3. And they're like, do you know any hand clap games? And they're like, I don't know anything. And they're like, can you just maybe hit your shoulders while you just say ABC over and over and over again?
And they're like, okay, yeah, sure.
So now she's going to make a smoothie.
Okay. Oh yeah. This is not real.
This is very real. It's delicious. It's very, you know what is, let me tell you, for any kind of sugar problems, using apple juice in a smoothie is the best.
Okay. But I know that you're being sarcastic, but I know that they always say, if you want to sweeten a smoothie, apple is the way to go.
Yeah. Sweeten it.
Right.
Right. You're drinking apple juice.
I know, but she is never going to not have sugar.
So now she has spinach and apple juice in this smoothie. She also doesn't have the correct blender to blend whole spinach.
Right. She's just like, she's not making a smoothie. She's making a salad. Right. Chunky. That's so funny. It's true. These poor children, why is she subjecting them to this?
Also, why are they involved?
I like that only 2 of them volunteered for this, though. The other kids were like, F this.
So it's very, very chunky. And they explain that Mima makes the best dumplings and the worst smoothies.
Okay. So when I think of dumplings,
yes,
I think of like, usually like if I go to like a Chinese place, something like that, you have like vegetable dumplings. What kind of dumplings does Angela make?
I'm glad you asked.
Do you know?
Of course
I was thinking about this even before bed last night when I was like laying in bed. I'm like, what kind of dumplings does Angela make?
Okay. So you also know chicken and dumplings.
Oh, I kept thinking apple dumplings. I don't know why.
I think more they're talking about chicken and dumplings.
I would love for Angela to make me chicken and dumplings. I would eat them hard. Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll let her know. I'll reach out to her with a business proposal.
Please do. Okay. I have so many proposals for you.
So I know I'm taking notes as we do this podcast. I'm like, oh God, I'm never going to get out of the house today. I have so many press releases, business proposals, RFPs. Oh God.
So many things.
Noelle.
Yes.
She says she's going to put grapes in the smoothie. And one of her granddaughters suggests, why grapes when we have grape jelly? And I was like, this is Noelle as a child.
Here's the thing. This is me as a child, but I would have said strawberry jelly. I don't get with grape jelly.
Right. But
It's
if
not my
she said
thing.
grapes and you were like, why grapes when we have grape jelly?
Yeah, I mean, it probably would have been me as a child. Yes.
Okay. They put some grape jelly in it. So now this is apple juice and grape jelly. Why are we not just feasting on sugar cubes?
Right. You might as well just be chomping on the cubes. Right.
There's probably nothing worse for her stomach than this.
But not even just her stomach, just her overall health.
Well, she had gone, I don't know if you guys remember, she had gone to a hypnotist to stop smoking, and she did stop smoking. And then shortly after, Michael triggered her to smoke an entire pack a day again.
Okay.
Real quick.
Right. I'm sure Michael is what triggered you to smoke. Okay.
She said that for 5 weeks, he barely answers the phone. And she said that she's talking to her daughter. She said he lied 3 times over and he's avoiding her. And Skylar said that he's probably mad that she used all her money for these surgeries and not to, I don't know, buy a baby, I guess.
Okay. I think that Skyla has a very good point because
She
Michael
does.
did mention this.
Yeah, she does. She said, I'm not saying he's right. I'm just saying that's what is going on here.
Mhm.
So Angela's trying to get a tracker on Michael's phone, and she also blames him for her mouth abscesses that keep popping up. Do you think maybe this is a virus?
Do you think so? I just think that her teeth are bad.
Also that, but it's
Yeah.
like, so this is Mike. Okay, Mike.
I don't think it's all triggered by smoking. I think it's just overall
She said
hygiene.
she said it's stress.
Okay. I don't think you get mouth abscesses from stress. Maybe cold sores, unless she has like cold sores. Because I think they could be triggered by stress.
Right, because that's viral. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so she blames him for her mouth abscesses, for smoking.
A lot
And
of
now-
blame.
She goes to this IT guy.
What's his name? Claudio?
Yes, and he is very upset that this is even happening. I don't think that he understood what was happening when he signed the paperwork.
Mm-mm.
So spying is illegal.
Right. And I think she thinks probably because it's her phone plan that she can GPS him or whatever. Because I'm sure it's her phone plan.
Not necessarily, because they use WhatsApp and that's totally separate.
Right. I don't know. I just feel like she's so controlling that she would be like, I'm going to get you a phone, Michael.
No, I don't think so. I'm sure that he has something from Africa, because otherwise she would be paying crazy overseas.
No, that's true. That is true.
So spying's illegal.
Right.
And even if you did it, even if they did it, you wouldn't know. Right.
Right.
So this guy tells her the only way to really figure this out is to have Michael share his location, but she just has to ask him. So that's his solution. He's like, why don't you ask him where he is?
Right. And she's like, yeah, okay, that's a good idea. So, okay.
She wants to
my
do it
question.
illegally though.
So I used to use WhatsApp a long time ago. I've
Yeah.
never shared a location. I'm just wondering, do you share it once and then you could always see the person's location, or do you have to share it every single time?
I think you have to share it every single time, because that's what you have to do on an iPhone. Like, it's called dropping a pin.
Yeah. Because I think on Snapchat, once you do it, it's always
Right.
there.
That's just like geo services
Yeah,
or whatever. No, I
okay.
think this one is that,
that
at
you
that
have
moment,
to keep asking. What a dumb solution.
he's like, why don't you ask him where he is?
And she's
She's
like,
like,
oh yeah, I'm going to call him now.
Hold on one second. Hi, I'm at the spy store. Where are you?
So in her phone, she does not have him as her sexy Nigerian. It says her sext Nigerian, SEXT.
Oh, okay. Great.
Why can't you just call him Michael?
She gets confused.
It's so stupid. I hate that.
Well, she tells Claudio
This poor guy.
that he's probably getting his DS.
Mm-hmm. Because that's what he does. It wouldn't be the first time.
Claudio,
Which is he was dead.
You ever see that meme where Homer Simpson backs into the bushes?
I sent that to you the other
Yes,
day.
you did.
Uh-huh.
That's what Claudio is doing right
Yes.
now. So she video chats with Michael, and she is so nasty to him, and then says, and tell me where you are. Angela,
Yeah.
have you ever played the game?
What do you mean?
Hi, Michael. Anyway,
No.
I'm
Mm-mm.
just over here. What are you doing today? Oh, you know what I figured out? What? I'm going to send you a request. Just send it back to me.
Okay, so that's the thing. When I was younger, I was Angela and I was aggressive, and I thought that if I could bully a man, he would listen to me.
No.
And I've realized that you just have to kill them with kindness so you can get anything you want.
Yes.
Because they're scared. The thing is, like, Michael's just scared. I also don't know if I think Michael's out there getting his DS either. I just think he hates Angela right now.
Yes, I agree. I think he's out there making sweet potato paste in the driveway with Aunt Lydia.
Sweating with the salt.
With the little salt finish.
I hate that. Uh-huh.
Now, does he call her? I think she says that he called her an American prideful. Oh, no, he calls her this. He said she's an American prideful bitch.
No, she calls herself that.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is another thing we need to discuss. I'm so glad we have this podcast.
Me too.
She dresses like Macho Man Randy Savage. I'm just going to say it.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. She does.
What's going on here?
I don't know. She doesn't dress.
The bell bottom flares.
She loves the bell bottom. Uh-huh.
There's different layers that go in the wrong order.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yes.
She wears like a giant like sports bra over a strappy tank top.
She listen, work with what you got. She doesn't work with what she has.
No.
She accentuates the bad.
Yes.
Yes.
This is exactly what she does. So now she's getting the IT guy way too involved.
Yeah, this poor guy. He's like, I wish I was dead and not here right now. Uh-huh.
And she says that she's like, yep, that's the guy who conned me, that ugly SOB.
Okay, see, that's where she lost me.
And I'm like,
because I do agree with you. I hate, if you want to trigger me in life, ignore me, because I will blow everything you love apart. But like that, she's going too far.
yes. So now we're in the backyard at dusk.
Okay, this is what looks fun though. All the trampolines.
But it's in the dark.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I feel like they're in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, so there's no sun?
No.
The sun got blotted
the sun
out?
left. Yeah. There's no sun in Hazleton, Hazelhurst. Hazlet. There's a lot of hazels.
Maybe she's a hazelnut. If you guys don't know, hazelnuts are fans of Sister Hazel. Anyway, I heard from some people. She is using 3-ounce weights and going, oh, these are so heavy. Noelle, they're so small, you can't even see them in the palm of her hand, these weights.
I feel like that would be me. I'd be, I can't breathe.
And she is having a chant with the children. And this is how the chant goes.
Tell me.
Do you know the words to the chant?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So I'm going to say my part. I'll be Angela, and then you can be the kids.
Okay.
Who's sexy Mima? And then you say my Mima.
Okay. My Mima.
Who's sexy Mima?
My Mima.
Who likes Mima's new tits?
Michael. Papa Michael.
We do. This is disgusting. Can you imagine if your grandmother, you're 4 years old,
No.
you're outside in the dark on a trampoline, your grandmother's outside in a spaghetti strap tank top, forcing you to scream that she's sexy into the abyss.
No, I can't imagine this. And it's so far removed from anything my grandmother would do. Your grandmother too. It's like, it's so weird. Why do we always have to talk about her breasts? Why?
Even the kids are in on this.
Well, yeah, but the kids are in on the smoothies too, the chunkies.
The chunkies. Oh, no, wow. So she calls Michael. It's 2 a.m. in Nigeria, and she says that she will not tolerate him. She also claims very publicly, she wants everyone to know that his penis wasn't what he claimed it was.
Okay, that was such a low blow. Also, what does she mean when she says I feel plumb dirty talking to you?
I don't know. That's a Georgian
plum
dialect.
Dirty. That was interesting. Dumplings and plum dirty.
So he says something like, listen, sweetheart, or listen, something like that. And she goes, let's not act like the British, Michael.
Okay. Right. And I'm like, what is she talking about?
Because he was using proper English. That was very funny. So
okay. He calls her my dear.
Yeah, my dear. And she goes, let's not act like the British, my dear. He calls back. She laughs and laughs and laughs at him.
Because when he calls back, he goes, how's your health? And she's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Also, yeah, that was
no, it was like, you don't give a shit. But then she goes, I don't give a shit. I'm in the land of the free. Why does she do this?
Because this is who she is.
It's so obnoxious and mean. I can't stand it.
Noelle, she's a tax-paying American, Mima.
Why? But she throws it in Michael's face and talks so down about Michael. It flips me out. I hate it.
She's a tax-paying.
Yeah. In the land of the free.
Mima in the land of. What is the problem?
I don't know, but she said she doesn't want to be married anymore.
Well, I think she should talk to a counselor about that. And BetterHelp online counseling would be perfect for her because you could do it from anywhere you are, from Beverly Hills in the surgical waiting room. You could do it in your hotel when you're recovering from the many surgeries you have. You could do it in the backyard in the dark. Anywhere you are
at dusk.
You can use BetterHelp online counseling. And you could speak to licensed professional counselors. I use it. You use it, Noelle. Every single week, I see my professional counselor. I absolutely love everything that he talks to me about. He's really just helped me make some better choices in my life.
Right.
You could talk to them about depression, stress, anxiety, family conflicts, relationships. Anything you want to talk about is confidential. It's convenient. It's professional. It's affordable. And you could check out the testimonials posted daily on their site. So many people have been using BetterHelp that they're recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/fiance. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/fiance.
Awesome.
Speaking of mental health, let's talk about Natalie and Michael.
Help. Just help me understand.
Well, I'm going to help you understand. This is my favorite segment of the entire episode.
Me too.
The cutest rat I've ever seen in my whole life.
So, you know, when we first see the rat, I'm not that familiar with rats. I'm not so much a Manhattan girl. I see this rat and I'm like, this isn't a mouse. This isn't my run of the mill mouse that I was catching from under my staircase. This is a rat.
This is a rat.
Very, very cute. I would like one of those.
These rats are so adorable.
They're so cute.
I am not going to lie to you and say that I wasn't like, should I get a rat?
Yeah, it was so cute.
It's so cute.
And it was so like nice.
You know that you could train rats like almost as well as dogs.
I did not know that.
Rats are so smart.
It's so cute because like the rat was like sitting on her shoulder, sitting on his. I loved it.
I watch TikToks all day long of people with pet rats, and the rats like lick their arm and they snuggle with them. They're very cute.
You have to send me this. I never knew this. I never knew it.
So she bought them because they were at the feed store and someone was buying the rats to feed to their snake.
Right.
So Natalie saved them. But it's funny because the fish that she eats, she doesn't care about them. But
no, she doesn't care. But I like that she rescued the rat.
I like it too. So they haven't spoken about the fight.
Right.
And she keeps talking about how Trish called her a hooker.
But why are we not seeing either if Trish did or if Trish didn't?
There's something very shady going on there. So he said that Natalie was dead wrong in this whole fight. And I love that Natalie's like, well, my mom raised a good and proper child. So
he lost it though.
But also like she's a crazy person. So they fight and they're fighting about translation now.
Here's the thing. You know she's crazy because she laughs the whole time she talks. And it's like, oh, okay, you're crazy.
I have not in a very long time seen crazy eyes like that.
No, she's all the way. You know, he's just a jerk. He's not crazy. She's crazy.
She's really crazy. So she said that Trish doesn't respect her. And she said she will only translate for the television because she wants to work in television because she has 25 degrees for TV.
What are her degrees in? Acting?
Her degrees are in 98 degrees. That's what she
Oh, okay.
Here's the problem. If she translates for TV, she's just going to say everyone's saying hooker.
Right. But, you know, he says that this is like a common thing that happens. And it's true. I feel like every time she meets anybody, she has an issue. They're saying this to me. They're rude to me. So it makes, even though I think Trish is the meanest lady ever, I don't think she called her a hooker. I just don't.
Think so either.
Yeah.
So now he walks away from her as she's talking to him. And she's like, come here, Michael, I'm talking to you. And he goes, I'm walking around my house just the way I want to. They're both insane.
Okay, but also there's nowhere to go in that house.
I know. He's just walking around the center island that's crooked.
Yeah. Which I'm never going to get over.
Divider. So now He's just walking around his house and she's yelling and he goes, just train the rat.
But he walks in the room and the rat was on his shoulder. Then something was on her shoulder. And I'm in the words of Tracey, this is wonky.
It was a flying rat.
It was wonky.
Maybe it was flying. Maybe it was like one of those squirrels that fly.
Maybe it's like what are those things called? I forgot already.
Right? Who's the moose? Rocky or Bullwinkle?
Bullwinkle. Okay. What are those things that also fly around? Sugar gliders. Sugar gliders. They're so cute.
I love them too. I really do.
Yeah, they're very cute. I would like to own one of those also.
I would too. Trish thinks that Natalie should be providing more for the family, and they have all of these fights over finances. But if dreams of vacations and enjoying the fun life are turning back into reality for you, don't let concerns over financial setbacks keep you from saying yes. Credit Karma helps you keep your financial goals in check so you won't have to hit pause on a good time ahead. Noelle, I use Credit Karma and you use Credit Karma. I've been using Credit Karma since it started.
So I wasn't. And once I discovered it and the app, hooked. I check it constantly.
I know. Credit Karma's game-changing technology shows you tailored offers for credit cards, personal loans that you're more likely to be approved for, so you can apply with more confidence. So I'll tell you this. Every time I want to get a new credit card, I go into Credit Karma, and I see what the recommendations are. And it tells you what your approval odds are. And if it's excellent or good, I'll apply for the card so that I won't get denied for a card.
Right. And you won't be wasting your time.
They use your credit and other financial information to show you custom recommendations. So whether you want cash back, travel rewards, or to consolidate debt, Credit Karma can help you find offers that fit your goals. In the past, I've used it to find a great card to consolidate my debt and do a balance transfer.
Oh, okay.
Credit Karma, apply with confidence. Go to creditkarma.com/podcast to learn more and find offers tailored just for you. That's creditkarma.com/podcast, or you could see your offers on the Credit Karma app. That's what Noelle uses. Apply with confidence today. Go to creditkarma.com/podcast or the Credit Karma app.
I love the Credit Karma app.
Speaking of financial problems, let's talk about Tiffany and Ronald.
Okay, I'm ready.
Her friend Angelique is there helping her to the airport with, quote, all these luggages.
Okay. I thought this was just me. I'm like, what's happening here? All of these luggages.
All of these
luggages. She also said she would never do this again because the last flight was just so bad. I can't imagine flying with small children for that long.
I don't even want to fly that long without small children. And then there's two of them. You know what? Daniel's the one taking care of both of them.
Right. Well, that's the thing too. I'm sure Daniel's fine on the flight. It's Carly.
I got to tell you, she's so lucky to have Daniel.
She's so lucky to have Daniel, even without Carly, just in general. He's a great kid.
But now all of a sudden she's so excited to see Ronald.
Right. But it's like, you don't even like him.
She wants the kids to hug their dad. And she also wants to expose her shoulders to him in person.
Of course she does. She's tired of doing it on Zoom.
It's not the same. So she also said that Ronald wants to spend Christmas with her. She's like, yeah, Ronald wants to spend Christmas with us, but so does my mom.
Okay. So every episode, there is something she is shady about.
Yes.
And this one is because she's promising both of them that she's going to spend Christmas with both of them.
Yes.
And this is what she does. She plays all the ends.
Not to, be a little nasty, but like spend Christmas with your husband and kids.
Listen, spend Christmas with your husband and kids, but also her mom, they make carne asada.
Oh, I forgot about that.
They do
Never
the
mind.
salsa.
Just kidding. Go home. I changed my mind.
Yeah.
I would be like, Ronald, I'm going to be totally honest with you.
Yeah.
The menu that my mom is making.
Right.
Can you show me what menu your mom is making? And I will make an educated decision.
But this is who I am.
I will even show you my mom's menu so that you have a little bit of insight.
Also, he could have just applied for a visa and came there.
No, but he can't.
Even just a visiting visa?
No, I don't think so. I don't think you could do that during the K1 process.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So she has an open-ended ticket. So Ronald,
he knows what she's doing. She's playing games. So
Ronald's working in his house, and they were going to have Daniel sleep on the couch, but Ronald's going to build him a room in the garage. That was your plan?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Daniel, who raised your child, who's the man of the household. He has a 6-figure job.
He has a gold Rolex.
He wears a gold Rolex, and he's got to sleep on the couch in South Africa.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know. I would feel like maybe I'm overreacting.
Yes.
But they always talk about like people breaking in, kidnapping, trafficking, all this stuff. I would be so afraid to have the kid in the garage.
Okay. Well, Ronald says that he will only allow them to go back in 6 months or if his visa gets approved. And he said, this is a quote, someone's in for a surprise. And his friend is trying not to laugh. And he said that he will force her to stay there. So calming.
Okay, it's horrifying. So I'm always team Ronald. I actually like Ronald, but when he says things like this, it's like, oh,
you're a criminal.
You're terrifying.
You're a criminal. So she's
going to basically tie them up. Great.
Yep. She's on the plane with the kids. He is driving to the airport to get them with his parents. And
his mom's so nice.
His mom's so nice. And
She's
he forgot to wear his wedding ring. That's great. Because he never wears it because he's
single.
Yep. His parents are so happy.
But they're so cute. They are so sweet.
I know. But also, so Tiffany gets off the plane with the 2 kids. It's so dangerous in South Africa. But she Darcy's in the bathroom at the airport and
she swims an angel.
And she leaves Daniel to like keep watch by the sink.
Right. It's so weird, but it's so dangerous. Right. I know.
She said this is her routine and she's not going to change it. She has to do her makeup, her hair. She changes Carly into a dress. This is all. What are we doing?
But also, you couldn't like put makeup on in your seat in the plane. What else are you doing?
But also, you have 2 kids with you.
She doesn't care. She's selfish.
She's very selfish. I don't know. This is just very, very
It's
strange.
her behavior is very bizarre sometimes. And also, I'm very confused. I'm not sure because I feel like maybe things are explained and I've missed them or it was a long time ago. She's a freelance makeup artist, right?
Yes. Right.
Okay. So she's not sure how long she's going to stay. What about her rent? What about like, where does she get?
Oh, well, she probably from the show now pays her rent.
Okay. Because it's like, you're not sure what you're going to do, but like, how are you going to pay for things?
Right. Don't you have a job?
Yeah.
So now also her doing this in the bathroom at the airport reminds me of those women that like wake up before their husband wakes up so they could put on makeup.
That's a thing.
I know.
It's scary.
You do that, right?
No, God, no.
You put on all of Matt's socks before he goes.
I do. I just cover myself in socks.
And then right before he wakes up, you take them all off.
And it's like, oh, I wasn't doing nothing.
Sorry,
to see
nothing. No, look at me. Fresh faced and sockless. So now Daniel's super excited to see him. But I will tell you this, her marble blue dress in this confessional is so pretty.
It's so
She's so pretty.
Her face is gorgeous. It's not even fair. I hate her hair, her face.
So
I know. Because her skin is perfect. Her eyebrows are perfect. Everything. I've never done eyeliner that good in my life.
Never. So they're seeing his apartment for the first time. And we find out that Noelle, don't worry about Daniel being stolen from the garage because it's an actual jail cell.
Tracey, it's a dungeon. He built him a dungeon.
He built him a jail cell with no windows and he still has to sleep on the couch. He painted the floor.
So scary.
The concrete floor. It is a small, and he painted it very, very dark blue. Daniel will never get taken.
The anxiety that I would have in that room, forget about it. I'd be like, I'll sleep on the floor.
And he painted it with no windows with oil-based paint.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. I know. First of all, you want the kid to huff all night.
He's huffing. And he's still going to be huffing from the couch.
Yeah, it's very, very bad. Very bad.
Okay, well, let's talk about Yara.
Also, one more thing. Did you notice Ronald's side tooth?
No, what's going on with
it? So he has his canine. In back of his canine, it looks like he filled it in with cheddar cheese. I'm not even kidding you.
Oh, I think, yes. I think
it looks like he has a cheddar implant.
Maybe
you have to check it out.
Maybe it's an orange chiclet.
That's true. You know, my grandmother, I want to tell you something really crazy. She was missing a tooth a very long time ago. And I watched her melt a birthday candle and construct a spot there where there was no tooth. I will never forget that. I was a child. She was working at Pastrami King. It was a very long time ago. I will never forget that.
Your grandmother was very interesting.
She was a card. She was.
Well, Yara, Ovi, and Jovi are
and Jovi.
There's a storm in New Orleans. There's a hurricane. So she is staying with Gwen, and they're going to have to use their generator because the power is going to go off. Now, I personally, Tracey, I want a generator.
Why?
I don't know. What if the power goes out?
Is that a thing? Is that a common thing? Have you ever needed a generator?
What if the power goes out? I will.
I get it, but I feel like, are you going to build a bunk next?
I just want a generator in case the power goes out.
Where would you keep said generator?
In the bathroom.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to look into it. So she wants to go back home, and Gwen is super sad she's leaving. And Gwen's like, listen, I don't want you to go back home. You need help. I want to help you with the baby. And she basically asks if Jovi wants her to leave.
Right.
And she's like, my husband doesn't control me. Like, I could do whatever I want, basically. And Gwen and her are driving in the car. She's driving her home. Now, here's the thing. They're arguing, but they're not.
It's banter.
It's banter, but it's also, they act like mother and daughter.
Right. I think that she acts this way with Yovi Jovi. They have a very, like, it's just back and forth relationship. Right. It's not real. They don't not like each other.
No, I think she loves her and she just wants what's best for her. And she's like, I really wish you would stay. And she's like, I don't want to stay. And she's like, all right, but I just wish you would.
I would also say, do you want me to come stay?
Right.
Are you more comfortable in your place? I could stay on the couch for a couple of days.
Right.
You know?
So now, oh my God, Yara goes back to New Orleans and gets COVID.
My heart like broke. How terrifying.
Terrifying. So now she's very dizzy. She can't even hold the baby. She couldn't walk. She's losing milk. She can't eat. So now she goes back to Gwen's to quarantine. That must have been quite a car ride.
Right. And also it's like, how do you do that without Gwen getting sick?
I guess double mask everyone and keep the windows open.
Yeah. That's so terrible. And it's crazy because it's like Gwen just wanted her to stay. Gwen obviously didn't know she was going to get sick.
No,
of
course.
Of course.
So she video chats with Yovi Jovi and the baby needs to be breastfed for the antibodies. So the doctors say, like, keep breastfeeding. It's okay.
Interesting.
She was super, super careful with her quarantine, and Jovi questioned her.
Right. He's like, where did you get it? Which I understand.
Right. And she just wants him to come home. She said that she's stupid for marrying someone with such a crazy job. And then she's just crying in the confessional. I think she's really overwhelmed.
I think she's overwhelmed. She says like, and he says like, you know what you signed up for. And it's like, I have to side with him on this. She does. And she's like, I didn't sign up to have a baby. Okay. So then why did you get pregnant? No offense.
Yeah, no,
you know
I agree with you on that, but I could also see her point where it's just,
I think she's lonely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now let's move on to Kalani and Asuelo. So she was up all night taking care of the kids on their sexy retreat.
Right. She was just walking back and forth down the hill drunk.
Breastfeeding, drunk.
Right. So, right. That's not a thing, right? Like you can't. Okay. Okay. I don't know much, but I knew that you couldn't do that.
I don't know much. I know you can't breastfeed and drink whiskey.
That's right. She was downing the wild turkey.
Well, guess what? So were the kids.
Yeah, seriously.
They were like, yum. This
wild turkey
like...
antibodies. Yum. I bet I have so much wild turkey antibodies too. This is why it's so hard for me to get drunk.
I bet you have a lot of Percocet antibodies.
Yum. Percabodies. That's what they call them for short.
Oh, Noelle, I can't take you. I hate you so much. These poor kids are so drunk. So now they're going to be going on a tour.
Right. In a Jeep. It looks fun.
But last night, in between the breastfeeding, they were doing zigzag up and down rock and roll.
Right. He's so funny. He doesn't mean it because he's so funny. Oh,
God. So she's going to tell him, she's like, I know that this is a beautiful romantic sex trip with my kids and my mom. I'm going to tell him that I went to a lawyer behind his back.
Just to upset him. Do you think that she's doing that like because she wants things to like go bad again?
No. I think she's doing it because this is what's prompted to her in the script.
Okay, I'll take that.
So he cries.
I feel bad for him. He looks really upset.
He's a baby.
He is a baby, but in his defense, he controls himself here.
Yes, and she said that she talked to him about his anger, and he's really trying. They hug it out, and then they throw a rock. so that
The
they won't get divorced.
negativity rock.
The negativity rock, and he chucks it and screams to the top of his lungs. And then he takes Kalani and he chucks her and he throws her right off the side of the mountain. And now they can't get divorced.
Well, the negativity rock is gone. Also, again, next week, the coming attractions, his mommy and sister make an appearance for Christmas. And I even know his sister like punches the snowman outside in the face, like the inflatable snowman. So things are going to happen. I think that we have an exciting episode coming up.
I love this so much. This is amazing. Thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you're following us on social media at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. And more importantly, make sure you're following Noelle and I. I'm at Tracey Tuzini on Instagram and Twitter. And Noelle's at Noe Girl. There are so many things going on right now that you need to know about. And you could go to TraceyCarnazzo.com for any of my upcoming stand-up comedy tour dates. And also, we have a ton of merch for sale. There's a lot of it up on TraceyCarnazzo.com. Some of it's up in our group on Facebook. Go over to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk Podcast, because that's where we discuss the podcast and the show.
That's right.
If you want to get in touch with us, the host, make sure you go into the group, post something. We answer all the time. Fun times.
Do it. It's so fun. I love the groups.
You could also catch me on Cameo for all of your anything, graduation,
July 4th.
4th of July cameos. If you really want to honor someone in your life for July 4th, I don't know if maybe they, were here for that, the original July 4th or anything like that. I do funerals, bar and bat mitzvahs. So check it out. And we love you and we'll see you next week.
Okay.
Join our Patreon. Bye.
Bye.